Next, he called British official commissioner of the Tirhat division, but he advised Gandhi to leave Tirhat. Next, after that, he called to British commissioner, official commissioner, but he rejected. It is Tirhat division. Instead, he proceeded to Motihari. Several lions accompanied him. A vast multitude greeted him. So he heard that one of the peasant was malnutrition. That means one of the peasant, he got so and so problem. He got problems with landlord. That's why Gandhi decided to visit. But most of the lawyers accompanied him. A vast multitude greeted him. Many people, they greeted to Gandhi. When Gandhi decided to visit a peasant who had maltreated in a nearby village, the police superintendent's messenger overtook him and ordered him to return to town in his carriage. So from Motihari, he reached to Motihari, and then from Motihari he wanted to visit one of the peasant nearby village who has maltreated. So whenever he started, then immediately one of the messenger from police superintendents, he came and he asked Gandhi to come to return to town in his carriage. He disobeyed the order of an official to quit Champaran immediately. So he received a summons to appear in court the next day. So they asked him to quit Champaran immediately, but he rejected. So that he got summons from the court to appear in the court for the next day. He telegraphed Rajendra Prasad to come from Bihar with influential friends. Next day, thousands of peasants gathered around the courthouse in Motihari. Now, the next day in Motihari, the court is in Motihari. Now, Mahatma Gandhi have to attend to the court. But whenever it happened, whenever he received summons, immediately Mahatma Gandhi has telegraphed. In olden days, they used telegraph Rajendra Prasad to come Motihari with influential friends, good friends, either lawyers or anybody, but those who have lot of influence. Thousands of peasants gathered in that area, in court area. The officials felt troubled to control the supporters without Gandhi's help. The magistrate asked him to furnish bail for 120 minutes. Gandhi refused. At last, the magistrate allowed him to remain at liberty. Many people, lot of mob gathered there. The British police were unable to control him. At last, they pleaded Gandhi to control the people. And most of the officials in the court also asked the magistrate to postpone the case. And here, still, actually Gandhiji, he don't want to disobey the rules. He knows the rules very well. But he is disobeying the rules here because to make justice to the peasants. If he obeys the order of the court, then what will happen? There will be injustice to the peasants. That's why for the first time he disobeyed the rules of the court to do justice to the people. Next, he spent 2 hours in that, and judge asked him to furnish his bail for 120 minutes. But Gandhi refused. At last, there was no option for magistrate, so he has given liberty. He has given liberty to Gandhi, but he did not give any judgment. Just given liberty, free. Gandhi demanded the prominent lawyers like Rajendra Prasad, Kishore Babu, Maulana Muzarul Haq about the injustice to the sharecroppers. Then later on, whenever he came out, he demanded all these lawyers about the injustice to the sharecroppers. Because he knows that lawyers has taken lot of fee from poor sharecroppers. That's why he was very angry on lawyers. The lawyers realized their mistake and decided to follow Gandhi into jail. The battle of Champaran is won. So first, especially they understood that Gandhiji is a stranger in that area. Even though Gandhiji was ready to go to jail just for peasants, poor peasants. But these all lawyers are residing near that village, but they were not ready to go. They were collecting lot of fee. First time they feel ashamed of themselves. Then they realized their mistake and they also decided to go to jail along with Mahatma Gandhi. Now all have gathered there. Now all are standing on one word. This moment, Gandhi explained that the Battle of Champaran is won. Several days later, Lieutenant Governor ordered the case to be dropped. Civil disobedience triumphed first time in modern India. So now they have planned different kind of plans. Gandhiji divided the lawyers into pairs and different groups, and they asked him to arrest in different places. But luckily, the Lieutenant Governor cancelled the case and he dropped the case. Now everybody, he has given judgment that the case to be dropped. For the first time in modern India, Gandhi explained that first time in modern India, civil disobedience triumphed. Triumphed means which was won, even though they disobeyed the rules, civil rules, but they have won. So that's why he told that civil disobedience triumphed first time in modern India. Gandhiji and the lawyers started inquiry and collected many documents from the poor peasants. Now they started their work. Now they started collecting documents and they wanted to do some justice to the poor peasants. So they started inquiry. In June, he was summoned to Sir Edward Gate, the Lieutenant Governor. He had 4 protracted interviews with him. Next, in the month of June, he went and he met Edward Gate, the Lieutenant Governor, and he had 4 interviews with him. At last, they came to one conclusion. What is that conclusion? As a result, the commission was appointed with landlords, government officials and Gandhiji. At last, the commission, they arranged one commission. So commission, who included in that commission? Landlords are included, government officials are included, and Mahatma Gandhi himself is included in that commission. Now inquiry commission will do his work and they will try to do justice for poor peasants. The commission gathered a crushing mountain of evidence against the big planters and decided to make refunds to the poor peasants. After the inquiry, really the commission got a big evidence against landlords, against Englishmen. They received big evidence, mountain of evidence against them. Now they decided to do justice in the form of refunds to the poor peasants. Gandhi asked 50% of refund, but big planters offered only 25%. He agreed for this and explained that the amount of the refund was less important compared with their prestige. Now the peasant learned courage. First they thought that these people will ask full compensation, full refund, but Gandhi asked only 50%. But even though the landlords agreed to give 25%, for 25% also Gandhi agreed, because later on he explained that they have won against their prestige. Those who feels prestige, now they lost and these poor peasants were won. So this is the major point Gandhiji showed to all. Now for the first time poor peasants learned courage. Within few years, British planters abandoned their estates and indigo sharecropping disappeared. And after some years, what has happened? British planters and everybody abandoned their estates. They were left from that place. Now at last, indigo sharecropping disappeared from that area. Now the sharecropper faced economical problems because indigo crop has disappeared. But now Gandhi decided to change the cultural and social backwardness in the Champaran villages. Now Gandhiji, he concentrated on changing the cultural and social backwardness in that area. He appealed for teachers Mahadev Desai and Narhari Parikh and their wives to volunteer for the work, and he appealed to teachers to come there and to serve for the poor people and to give best education for them in the villages. We know that if they have education, then automatically they will, cultural and social backwardness can be removed from the society, and we can improve cultural activities, or we can improve some moral values among them. Primary schools were opened in 6 villages. Several more came from Bombay, Pune, including Devdas, Gandhi's youngest son, and Kasturbhai. They taught personal cleanliness and community sanitation. Now primary schools were opened in 6 villages. 6 villages primary schools were opened, and here many came from different kind of areas like Bombay and Pune. And here Devdas, the youngest son of Gandhi, also involved in this work, including Kasturbhai. First of all, they taught about personal cleanliness and community sanitation, how to maintain these two. Health conditions were miserable. Gandhi got a doctor to volunteer his services for 6 months. After education, he concentrated on health conditions of poor people. Really, health conditions were miserable. That's why he volunteered one doctor for 6 months. Anybody who showed a coated tongue was given a dose of castor oil. Malaria, quinine plus castor oil. Skin eruptions received ointment plus sulfur oil. So further they used 3 medicines here. So first of all, they have given, if it is coated tongue disease, they have given castor oil. If it is malaria, they have given quinine plus castor oil. If it is skin eruption, then they have given ointment plus sulfur oil. This is the treatment done in that 6 villages. Gandhi noticed the filthy state of women's clothes. One woman took Kasturba into her hut and said that the sari she was wearing was the only one she had. First, education. Next, health conditions. Third one, filthy state of women's clothes. Dirty. Filthy means dirty state. But unfortunately, they were very poor. And one day, one lady has taken Kasturba into her house and shown that she has only one sari to wear. That's why her sari was filthy, very, very dirty. He stayed for a long time in Champaran. This episode was a turning point in his life. Once he wrote to the residents in ashram to clean latrine trenches. So he stayed away from ashram for many days in Champaran. So that's what happened. He has given regular instructions to the ashram residents how to manage accounts and how to manage surroundings and all. And one day he wrote to the residents to clean their latrine trenches, because already latrine trenches were filled. If they filled, what will happen? They will get bad odor or bad smell. So this is the dedication of Mahatma Gandhi towards education, health and filthy state. Cleanliness. He has given lot of importance for cleanliness and hospitality. Gandhiji declared that the British could not order him about in his own country. Really, it was a turning point in his life. Champaran has given lot of experience to Gandhiji. So that's why he decided to move on, to fight against British to get freedom. So that's why he decided that he should not listen other countries' people words in his own country. Champaran did not begin as an act of defiance. It grew out of an attempt to alleviate the distress of large numbers of poor peasants. Here, alleviate means to reduce. He decided to reduce the problems of poor peasants in the Champaran and nearby villages. His politics were intervened with the practical. Intervened means connected or linked. His politics really linked with practical day-to-day problems of the millions. Always he will go for practically. He will think practically. He was not a loyalty to abstractions. It was a loyalty to living human beings. It was abstractions. Abstractions to implement ideas. So it was not a loyalty to abstractions. It was a loyalty to living human beings. So his ultimate aim is that human beings should live like human beings in healthy conditions. When Charles Frere Andrews, the English pacifist means a person who follows a good one, and he don't attract to violence or other criminal activities. A devoted follower of Mahatma Gandhi. He was a devoted follower of Mahatma Gandhi. Came to bid farewell from Mahatma Gandhi. One day, this Andrew came here to take farewell. That means he want to go one of the islands, Fiji's islands, for the tour. That's why he came here to take permission from the Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma's lawyer's friends suggested him to take his help to develop conditions in Champaran. There, Mahatma Gandhi, remaining lawyers observed this Andrews and they asked Gandhiji to ask help for Andrew because they believed that Andrew can change the conditions of the Champaran. Gandhiji said that it shows our weakness. We should not seek help from Englishmen. We should rely upon ourselves to win the battle. Immediately Gandhiji said, my dear lawyers, my dear friends, he was an Englishman. So if we take help from him, it shows our weakness. So we should rely upon ourselves. That means we should do our work and we should make our conditions good by ourselves. We should not take the help of Englishmen. Then first time the people understood that self-reliance. That means indirectly Gandhiji told self-reliance to all the people. Self-reliance means everybody should do their works by their own without depending on others, especially on English people. Through this lesson, Gandhiji taught us the importance of self-reliance. Thank you.